Alright, welcome back. Today we're going to learn how to create an event using a control timer. So you can do a lot of different things with this. The easiest one I'm going to do is you're basically in a cursed cave and you're going to touch something and it's going to tell you you need to get out by this time limit or game over. So we're just going to go to this item right here. I'm going to create an event, same as characters. I'm just going to call it curse. So the first thing you're going to do is I'm going to have text. I'll put it at the top. I'll put it as dim. You have upset the demon or whatever. I don't know. You have 10 seconds to leave the cave. Alright. Okay, so after you do the text, you are going to control timer. How long do you want the clock to be? I'm only going to make it 15 seconds so that this video isn't forever. And then self-switch it and new event page, self-switch A, boom, apply. So we have the text, and if you don't like demon, you can change it. You have upset the monster. Whatever you want. Okay. Apply. And so that's going to be there, and it's going to start basically a timer that you have to get out of the cave. And then you're going to create a new event right here. And in this new event, you are going to basically put what happens when you hit this if the timer is still running. So we're going to go to conditional branch right here, and at the bottom there's timer. And I'm going to put if the timer is greater or equal to 1 second. Oops. Make sure you click create else branch. So if it's greater or equal to 1 second when you hit that square, what happens? Well, we want the control timer to stop, basically. And then that's it. It's just going to stop and you're going to walk out. If not, then it's going to be a game over. Apply. And either way, I'm going to put a self switch on this, new event page, self switch A, apply. Okay, so let's see what happens here. And make sure that this one's below, and you're actually going to want to do player touch because they're going to be just running across it. They're not going to stop and activate it. This one's going to be same as characters, action button. Okay. Oops. Let's put our character right here so we don't have to walk very far. So you'll see when we start, there's going to be a timer in the right hand corner of the screen. That's going to be your countdown. You have upset the monster. You have 10 seconds to leave the cave. And then, if you wanted to make this more dramatic, you could add some music. I just want to show you what happens when the timer runs out. Nothing's going to happen. It's going to run out. So it's over. Now I can walk around this cave forever until I go hit my event. Game over. Timer run out. So when you hit that event, it's running that conditional branch and checking the timer. If you even have 1 second, you'll be able to get out. Boom, no problem. So that's how you use timers, and you can do that for side quests. You can put timers on side quests. You can put them on things like this. You can put them on all kinds of things. So think about some ways that you might use them, and if we wanted to make this scene more dramatic, then I could also add a sound effect in here and then even some music, and then all I would do on this one is turn the music off when you touched it, have it fade out after 3 seconds, and then it gets way more dramatic. So let's just really quick do that to show you the difference between hey, walk out quietly. So if we go to so that one's pretty good. But before we even get to that, I'm going to play a sound effect. And I like that one because it's the creepiest. I'm going to wait. Let's just do 180 here. Apply. Okay. And then on this one, all I'm going to do is fade the music out. Fade out background music over the course of 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, whichever you like. Okay, let's try it again. Watch the difference here. I also just realized we said, so the wait was too long, and we also said you have 10 seconds when you actually have 15. So let's change that. Okay, and then we can probably change this to just 90. And then even throw in a wait right here of a second. There we go. Done. Alright. So to perfect every event, it might take you a few times to go back to and correct. But you can see the difference from the first one where we just walked up to it. It was quiet. We just kind of casually strolled out. If I would have done the event up here and given myself 30 seconds, what I would do is I would play test it and try to cut it pretty close. Obviously it's not going to take me 15 seconds to get here. If this was my game, I would actually give it 10 seconds or something. If you're in the back, try it out, time it yourself. If it takes you 30 seconds, I would give them 35 or 40. You want it to be close. You obviously wouldn't want to give them a minute and a half unless what you were going to do was put an event that basically when you step in right here, it started a timer and it said you have 3 minutes to gather as much treasure as possible before the cave collapses or something. And then the clock would start, and then you could basically, the characters would have to run around and pick up as much as they could, but they would have to decide, can I get all the way to the back of this and all the way back to the front in time? So you play it a few times, see how long it takes you, and then from there you can make your decisions. You want it to be as accurate as possible, and you don't want it to be too easy. So that's how you make timed events.